As John Lennon approached the final chapter of his life, the odds of him ever performing a Beatles song, Live Again, seemed virtually non-existent. He had become increasingly reclusive, rarely touring or appearing on stage, and had all but left his Fab Four past behind. For fans longing to hear him revisit those legendary tracks, hope was fading fast. But fate, along with a friendly bet, had other plans. In what would become his last major public performance, Lennon joined Elton John on stage at New York's Madison Square Garden. It was a surprise appearance, born not out of nostalgia or obligation, but from the outcome of a light-hearted wager between friends. Earlier that year, Lennon and Elton had teamed up to record Whatever Gets You Through the Night. Confident in the track's potential, Elton bet Lennon that if the song reached #1 on the charts, he'd have to come on stage with him and perform live. Lennon, certain the single wouldn't top the charts, agreed. But to his shock, the song shot straight to #1, his first solo chart topper in the US. True to his word, Lennon made good on the bet, stepping onto the Madison Square Garden stage in November 1974 to the roaring excitement of a stunned crowd. Among the songs performed that night was a Beatles classic, I Saw Her Standing There. The choice was deeply symbolic. It was one of the earliest and most energetic Beatles tracks, co-written by Lennon and Paul McCartney during their teenage years. They had penned it in the front room of McCartney's home on Forthland Road, ditching school to experiment with guitars and piano, learning the craft that would soon redefine popular music. Paul once recalled how the lyrics evolved, remembering how a clumsy line about a beauty queen was mercilessly vetoed by Lennon. Together, they sharpened the lyrics, ultimately landing on the now iconic, slightly cheeky, You Know What I Mean. It was a song that captured the raw, youthful spirit of the Beatles' early days. And so, it became the final Beatles song Lennon would ever perform live, an unplanned, poetic, full circle. The same song that helped launch their journey was now closing Lennon's personal performance arc. That night, the crowd had no idea they were witnessing a historic farewell. Within 6 years, Lennon would be gone, taken far too soon by a senseless act of violence. But in that brief, electrifying moment on stage, Lennon reached back across time and reconnected with the magic that started it all. It was loud, it was joyful, and it was the last.